I'm so basic. I cannot be without my coffee in the morning. I'm so cheap. I actually reuse the cups. This is homemade coffee. I even grab a handful of straws when I'm there, so I don't have to buy straws. Don't judge me.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's Christmas, can't wait. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Guys, he came.
What time is it?
Guys, I got a Fractal Design Kelvin S36.
Oh no, it is like way too early for this. I'll get the coffee. Okay.
Jeepers, a custom build by JayzTwoCents inside a Fractal Design Defy Nano S.
I love the holidays.
Golly, a Fractal Design Core 500.
Yep.
Guys, look, LAN party for days.
This is what makes it all worth it.
This season, spoil the ones you love with the gift of awesomeness. Happy holidays from Fractal Design. Guys, if there's one thing I can't stand, it's dead hardware. And I've actually had this card for a little while now. This is the Gigabyte Extreme Gaming GTX 1080, which is kind of like their no-holds-barred, just pull all the stops graphics card. And I've never got a chance to test it because it's broken, unfortunately. It got jostled around in shipping or something. And so the fans, like this one doesn't turn. As you can see, it's hitting the shroud right there. This one's like knocked completely off of its perch, but that one works, as you can see. And the entire cooler is like twisted. It's hard to, it's bent right here. So I don't know what happened. The box that it came in was actually okay. So I think that this was a review sample that got sent around. I don't know who had it before me, but what we're gonna do today is we're gonna see if we can fix it. And if we can't fix this shroud, I'm thinking we might try and jerry-rig something. Yeah, I totally ripped that from Jerry's channel. We're gonna J-rig it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna J-rig this thing. This card has a lot of neat features though, and that's one of the reasons why I wanna fix it, because it was kind of built around the whole idea of VR, as obviously all the Pascal cards are, but it has some things on here that are very thoughtful. For instance, on the back of the card right here, you can see there's two plugs. It actually has two HDMI ports on the back of the card. And the idea behind that is it has an HDMI pass-through right here for your headset, so that you don't have to actually sit there and run some of the dongles and stuff that come with the headsets. You can actually use everything built onto the graphics card. It's got a ton of accessories that it comes with too that are designed to help that. Wow, it's actually broken right here too, or so it's bent right there. Look at this. Look how much I can move this shroud around. This thing is pretty busted up. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who had it before me, but shame on you. It literally looks like it was dropped. Now I know I said I was gonna do a drop test on the graphics card one day, but I didn't do this. It's hurting me inside. I'm gonna take it apart and I wanna see what we can do to fix it. So yeah, this isn't a review, this is GPU surgery.
Transition.
So like I said in the intro of this video, this fan right here doesn't turn. As you can see, it's hitting the shroud right there. Like right here, it's bent. This shroud is bent like downward. It's hard to explain. It's pushing down right there. You see it's not square. And this guy right here feels like it might even be broken away entirely from its hub. I mean, it's just kind of wobbling around in there. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So I guess the first thing we've got to do is go ahead and start cracking this guy open. See what we find. Because the issue here is not with the board itself. It's all with the cooler. That's the sad part. Like this entire card is rendered useless because the fans can't turn. Although I still don't know if it works technically, since it does appear like it was dropped or something. Yeah, these fins are kind of crushed in on themselves and they're bent. Yep. I'm almost positive now that this card was dropped. Now I don't hold this against Gigabyte though, because some of the cards that have to get sent back, like this one here, I believe made a media tour and it got sent around to different media outlets to be reviewed. Typically they just box them back up, ship them back, Gigabyte takes it, and then send it off to someone else. So this card was probably not tested as it was sent back. Otherwise they would have seen like, uh-oh, it was dropped. I also don't, if you guys are watching this now going, they should probably look and see who had it last and then charge them for it. I don't know if they actually have a record of who it was sent to first or last or any of that. I don't know. You would think that they do, but who knows. So there's the cooler right there. The thing is so beefy. So this guy's actually got 4 plugs on there. Okay, So here's the GPU right here. There's the PCB, and it is, as you would expect, it is a custom board from Gigabyte. So that means I'm not gonna be able to take another cooler and just slap it on here. Look at all them VRMs and power phases right there. Of course, they are actively cooled. Here are all of the thermal pads right there, so no fiasco there regarding cooling. So we're gonna set this guy aside. He is not our concern. This big, giant, beefy, burly cooler, this is our concern. And by the way, moving forward with graphics card reviews, who thinks I should take them apart now? Who thinks I should start taking them apart and doing complete teardowns of them to give a good idea of how they're built? What do you think? Hit like if you guys think I should do that. Now, part of the problem with this cooler is although it's got a giant copper plate right here, the shroud around it, which the fans are actually attached to, is just thin metal. And it is, as you can see, I mean, I can bend this thing around pretty easily. It's very flimsy, even though it's metal. So that is going to be part of our problem here. I mean, look how easily I can manipulate this piece right here, look. So I can just bend that and mold it however I want. So it's no surprise then that these fans got intruded upon if this thing was dropped. Then again, graphics cards shouldn't be dropped in the first place, should they? I also want to be careful here. I don't feel like slicing my fingers off. So it's literally just 4 tiny screws that hold the entire fan shroud together here. Alrighty, this is now, there we go. So as you can see here, here is the heat pipes. This is the whole heat pipe and fin array for this card. This thing is massive. Holy crap. It is ridiculously heavy. Like, I can't even begin to describe it. You can even see how dense the fins are right here. Like, there's so much weight right there even. This part isn't damaged. I mean, these bent fins back here, this is superficial. We can bend those back. Fortunately, all of the brackets that hold the fans together here are metal. Unfortunately, this fan right here, as you can see, that piece right there is completely broken off of the fan. But this piece right here, it appears whatever happened, this center fan was pushed down the most. And this bracket, as you can see right there, broke off of the actual fan itself. So that explains why that one was having a problem. But as you can see with 2 on there, because the fans are so light, it actually spins around just fine. But this whole piece right here, the little arm that holds it, is twisted and bent. So of course the crappy part here is trying to bend all of that back. Now the reason why the fan back here isn't working, as you can see, if I hold this up, you can see this whole thing right here is like twisted just a little bit. And right here, it's just a thin piece of metal right there that holds this whole back piece together. Like if that bends too far, it's gonna break. But this whole piece is twisted. And what happened is it twisted this corner right here into the fan, and you can see it striking right there. That's where the fan is hitting. So now we gotta gently, and I do mean gently, try and twist this all back into position where it's supposed to go. That wasn't too bad. All I did was grab the 3 prongs here that the fan is mounted to and sort of finagle it back over sideways. And now you can see that fan now turns without hitting anything. So the center fan here is the one that we're having the biggest problem with. I think I may have done it. As you can see, well, maybe not. I lied. All right, looks like I've actually gotten this all fixed now. Fortunately, the damage was isolated to just this fan shroud. I think I've got it all lined back up. The only thing to do now is put it back together, see if once the heat sink is on it, if it holds up, and then put it on the test bench and see if it works. And there we go. It's all back together, all straightened out. Fans are turning. Let's go test it. Okay, here we go. Complete moment of truth. I just installed it. I have not turned it on yet to see if it's going to work. Again, I don't even know if there was damage to the board or not. And I also don't even know if I plugged all the plugs into the right spot, considering there are 5 plugs on the board and only 4 cables. So I guess we'll just have to see. All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the fact that it lit up, the fans are turning and not hitting anything is a great sign. I guess if we want video, I should have probably plugged in the display port, huh? I forgot to plug in that. We need to see if we get an image over here. We got a post. I still have no image on the screen. Huh. Well then, let me try a restart. Oh, look, the light turned blue. Yay! Go over, camera, stupid. For a second there, I thought I broke it, but plugging in the display port after it was already posting, it didn't wake or trigger the monitor. But you guys know what we have to do next. We have to at least run some sort of a benchmark to make sure it's really working. So I think Valley Benchmark would be a good place to test this right now. It boosted up to 2012 megahertz. The GPU is currently running at 46C. The fans haven't even started yet. So I think we gotta give it a minute. Maybe it didn't matter that the fans weren't running in the first place. All right, so the fans are running now at 57C. We're just, I'm gonna say it's working. I was able to fix it. That means we can actually do a review of this card way after the fact. If you guys think I should go ahead and do a full review of this card, let me know. The Extreme card here, so far proving to be pretty damn extreme. It's running at 58C right now, and the clock has come down a little bit to 1974 megahertz. I mean, that's pretty intense right there, the temperatures versus the speed. I am impressed so far. Anyway, guys, there you go. Just decided to do this video because I was like, well, I gotta try and fix this card anyway. I could have sent it back. They actually asked me to send it back, and then I thought, no, I want to try and take a stab at this and see if I can fix it. So there you go. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know if you guys have any other topic ideas for me. I like to pull topics straight from the inbox, and lets me know what you guys think is relevant to all of this. But anyway, one fixed graphics card, and I feel a little bit more accomplished today. And I can walk with my shoulders back and my head held high, or however that statement goes. All right, time to go, guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.